good. It's done. It's good to be back, boys. It is good to be back. Literally just finished my final university exams. I know I haven't uploaded for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, because I've been knee deep in fucking uni work. But yeah, we're good. We're back. The season's ended. Coming to the end of May now, coming into early June, and as you can expect, the transfer news is well and truly up and running. Being Man United as well, we're always in the papers. We're always being used. We're always linked to players. So I think the video today, I just sort of want to have a chat with you. Do you know what I mean? I just want to have a chat with you, sort of talk to you about sort of the stuff that's been going in the papers, and sort of see what to expect. If you are watching, can we get a like for the fact that I've finished uni? And I just wanted to quickly let you know that I am planning on doing big things with this channel. Now I've got my summer sort of holidays. My plan is to maybe do 2 to 3 videos a week. So really try and grow the channel now that I've got the opportunity. Just want to give a quick little thank you to FIFA Saved My Life. He created the intro video for me. I don't know if it's going to be on this video, but if you are watching, check his video out. FIFA and all that, brilliant guy, lovely fella. Yeah, so give him a check. FIFA Saved My Life. But yeah, apart from that, give us a little subscribe, and big things to expect this summer. Big things to expect this summer. I plan on doing a bit of live streaming, and all of that. Get you guys involved and have a bit of a chat. I want to do football, not just Man United. I want to do football in general. I want to do life in general. Maybe a bit of FIFA here and there. But yeah, this start of the journey for me, and I hope that you guys can be there with me. So enough of all that soppy bollocks. Back to the football. Right. The main one on our lips, delete. Now this bollocks flying left, right and centre in regards to delete. Now, just to quickly give you a heads up, I'm not here to tell you that I've got inside information. I'm just here to give you my 2 cents on what I think is going to go on in the transfer. So we start with delete. He would be the perfect number 1 signing that we have got to make as Manchester United this summer. It'd be the equivalent of signing Rio Ferdinand back from Leeds when we did. And I'll tell you why. Because he's 19, he's a leader, and immediately he goes into that back four and he sorts it out. Now, don't get me wrong, I want Koulibaly. Massive fan of Koulibaly. However, he's 27, 28, in his prime. You've probably got 3-4 years of him at his absolute top, then maybe 5-6 of him tailors off. With De Ligt, you've got 10 years minimum of him at his absolute best, and then you've got probably another 3 or 4 years on top of that, and plus Ajax are only asking for about 70 odd million pound. Now, I'm not going to tell you all the facts in it, because I'm sure you all already know what the story is. Do I think he's going to come, or do I think he's going to go Barcelona? Do you know what, boys? I've got a funny feeling. I've got a funny feeling. I think he's coming. Now, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I just have a feeling that De Ligt will be our major signing this summer, and I'll tell you why, right? Money talks. Now, the mistake that we've made in the past is that we've thrown money at the wrong type of players, like the likes of Sanchez, Di Maria, Falcao. Who else have we spent big bucks on? Zlatan to an extent. Now, where we've gone wrong is that we're paying big money to mercenary players that don't give a shit about the badge, right? But it's about finding middle ground. It ain't about just not now being stingy and not spending that kind of money. It's about spending that money on the right players, and that's where the board have got to learn on their mistakes. They've got to have, if they've got Manchester United mentality, and I don't mean a Manchester United mentality, I mean a mentality that suits, that goes with and works in with the Manchester United ethos. And I have a feeling that De Ligt has that mentality. Now, he is going to come in. Of course, he's going to have an ego. Of course, he's going to, think he's the bee's knees, which, to be honest, he will be well in his right to believe that he is the bee's knees. But him coming in, he's still got a lot to prove. He's 19 years old. Okay, you've had a good season at Ajax, a couple good seasons at Ajax. You're wanted by the biggest clubs in the world. But he's not going to come in and think, oh, he's Billy Big Bollocks. He's going to come in, he's going to want to prove that he is who we all think he is. He he's going to want basically to prove that he is the man and that he wants to be the best centre-back in the world. And what better place to do that than Manchester United? Now, apparently we've offered 350 grand a week. Is it too much money? Of course it's too much money, but it ain't my fucking money. The Glazers have got us in £500 million worth of debt. I don't care if they're paying 350 quid to a player like De Ligt. If Sanchez was scoring 30 goals a season, none of us would care that he was on 350 grand a week. We only care when you're paying that money and they're not performing. Now, I don't think he'll obviously do a Sanchez. Will just be complete and utter shit. I think he'll come in and he'll hit the ground running and he'll prove that he is worth the money. Now, and I honestly think if he's at United for, let's say, 5 years minimum, if we sign him, if we do what we're supposed to do, I can see long term he could be our next Vidic. He could be our next Real. Now, lads, settle down. I'm talking as if he's fucking signed already, right? If you was to ask any other random person out there, most of them will say he's going Barcelona, and I believe he probably could go Barcelona. But I think he could go Barcelona. He'll be a big fish in a big pond. If he comes to United, he's going to be a huge fish in a shitty Chris Smalling and Phil Jones kind of pond. Now, it's hard, boys. It really is hard. Now, if we sign him, it will be literally the signing of the summer, and Ed Woodward deserves all the credit that he can get. Do I think he's going to sign? If I got a gun to my head, if I get it wrong, I'm getting shot. Yeah, I think he's going to sign, boys. I really think he's going to sign because Barcelona are not going to pay. We are the rich. We pay the biggest wages, and although you get mugged off, money talks. Money talks, and the benefit of that is we can bring these players in. We've got an advantage over the likes of Barcelona, who are going to sit back and be like, do you know what? We're Barcelona. We ain't going to pay those kind of wages. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd rather be in their position, but if it means that we get the player we want, I'm happy days, mate. I'm happy days. I'm happy fucking days, mate. Get him in. Barcelona, you don't want to pay 350 grand a week? Good on you. We respect you for that. You want players that come and want to pay for the badge. Sweet as, mate. We used to have that, but we don't have that now. So what we've got to do is we've got to pay the big bucks to the players that deserve it, that we know are going to come in and do a job, like a De Ligt, like if a Cristiano Ronaldo signed. Do you see what I mean? Players that you know are going to come in and they're going to do the job. Now, obviously, you could have said that was the case with Alexis Sanchez, but the writing was kind of on the wall in that season. You could tell he was a sulker. You could tell that he wasn't in the best form. If you'd signed him a year ago for 350 grand a week, then, you know, you probably have got the Alexis Sanchez that we all thought we were going to get. But, yeah, in regards to De Ligt, if we get him, if we sign De Ligt, and if you're watching this video now, comment down below a number between 1 and 3, right? This is how easy it could be. If you guess the number right and he signs, I will send you £25. How about that? Yeah? Comment below, subscribe, number 1 to 3, if you get it right. And I don't mean every person that gets the number right, that I'm thinking of in my head, between 1 and 3, I'll send you £25. How about that? Yeah? Sweet. Right, on to a few other names that we're potentially into. Bruno Fernandes. I think we need him. I'll tell you why we need him. Because it takes off that creative pressure off Pogba. So we're not always going through Pogba. We're not always going to be relying on Pogba for that creativity. Quickly, do I think Pogba's going to be here next year? Absolutely, no doubt I think Pogba's going to be here next season. I'll tell you one reason why. He's got 3 years left on his contract. And Real Madrid are not going to pay £150 million, which is what it would take to get him to there, because they're going to have to spend that money on Eden Hazard, and they're just going to sit there and think, you know what, we have another year there, we'll try again next year, and he probably will go next year if we haven't done the business next season. So get Bruno Fernandes. Now the problem is City is sniffing about, but again, Bruno Fernandes, now to get him, what we would have to do is we'd have to do what with him, like what we did with Alexis Sanchez, which is pay more than everyone else. Now, like what I've just said, without being a hypocrite, does he strike me as a player that is going to come in and hit the ground running? Well, he looks fucking decent. He really does look decent. And I don't really imagine that he's going to come in and be demanded 200k plus a week. It's just the fee that you're going to have to pay Sporting Lisbon for him. And a couple of years back, we secured a nice little talent from Sporting Lisbon called Cristiano Ronaldo. So hopefully he can follow in his footsteps. Obviously, different type of player, but do I think he can come in and do a job? Yeah, I do. I really do. And we need quality, boys. I can't stress to you enough how much we need quality. Do I think we're going to sign Bruno Fernandes quickly? See, I listen to a lot of people's opinions. I read a lot of reports to base sort of my opinion. Do I think Bruno Fernandes will sign for Manchester United? I think we want him. I definitely think we want him. And you know what? Again, I'm going to say, yeah, I do think we're going to sign Bruno Fernandes. Just because I feel like Ollie wants that sort of player. Do you see what I mean? Another creative spark in the middle of the pitch. And you're going to get him for what, 60, 70 million? He looks decent. He's come out after the Portuguese final and said obviously that he wants to. He's come out and said that the Premier League is sort of where you can just focus on football. There's no distractions. And spot on, mate. Welcome to Manchester United, where I honestly think we got the best fans in the world. Don't get me wrong. We're emotional. We're sort of sometimes a bit irrational, but we love our club and we back our players. So come on in, mate. Come on in. Bag us a few assists. Bag us a few goals. Imagine a midfield with, a proper centre defensive midfielder, Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in that team. Now, obviously, you're going to need maybe a little bit more defensive midfield if you're going to use two really creative midfielders. But if you've got De Ligt at the back and you've got a proper right back and you keep De Gea, who knows? Moussa Dembele from Lyon, I believe we're interested in him. He doesn't really strike me as someone that's going to come in and tear trees up, but he will definitely add something to our attack, especially with the likes of apparently Romelu Lukaku going to Inter Milan. I think we need to do that deal, let him go. I like Romelu, I respect him. He bagged fucking 28 goals in his first season, but I'm sorry, you're good enough for United if we play to your strengths, but we're not. If you built a team around him, he would easily bag you 30 goals a season, but he just doesn't suit what Ollie wants to play. He doesn't suit what we're going to do at Man United. So, thank you, but no thank you, Romelu. And, in return, Moussa Dembele. But, apparently, Mario, what's his name? Icardi. Is it Mario Icardi? I don't know. Something beginning with M. Icardi, it'd be perfect swap for Romelu. He wants out. He's a bit of trouble in Inter. I think we should apparently get him. Apparently they've offered 30 million in Perisic. No thank you. No thank you. Just no. I like Perisic. He would have been decent for us maybe 2-3 years ago, but now no. Who else was on? Sancho. I don't think that deal's going to happen. I think what will suit Sancho is another season in the Bundesliga, and then next year we sort of after we prove to him, get top 3 next year, prove that we're heading in the right direction. Sancho with another year under his belt in the Bundesliga. Come on in, mate. Welcome to Manchester and all that shenanigans. And Wan-Bissaka, apparently it'd be 25 million for Wan-Bissaka. I would take Wan-Bissaka. Mate, he's probably the best right back in the league easily. Yeah, he is. Yeah, no, he definitely is. 50 million I think is going to take to get him. I like Dalot, but there's no room for sentimentality here. And Dalot, he's a versatile player. He could maybe a couple years sort of being left back, right back, back up. He can play on the right wing. I think Dalot, I like him, but I don't want to go into next season without a proper right back, because I do not want to see Ashley Young playing anymore. I don't. Okay, Ollie, if you're watching, and I know you're watching, please, no more Ashley Young. No more Ashley Young. Anyways, but yeah, I know I've missed a few, but I just sort of wanted to come in and just do a quick video, just to sort of talk about the main sort of targets we're kind of looking for. But I think what we need to do, we need to sign a centre back, and I mean a world-class centre back, and this is the order: De Ligt, Koulibaly, although they're more like that, but I would go De Ligt, Koulibaly just because of the age. Harry Maguire, Toby Alderweireld. And if you can't get any, you have to get one of them because you can get Toby for 25 million. He's like your sort of bottom line, you know, if nothing can happen, you get him in August for 25 million and pay him what he wants. He'll come in and do a job. And then Axel Tuanzebe, he got promoted to the Premier League with Aston Villa. I rate him. I reckon he can come in and do a job for us season after next with a year in the Premier League as a bit of experience. We need a right back, whether that be Wan-Bissaka or Mounier. We need 2 centre mids because we've lost Herrera and we needed one already because we lost Fellaini. So we need 2 centre mids. Bruno Fernandes, Ndombele. I like, what's his name, from Neves from Wolves. I just, you know, it's frustrating as a Man United supporter. Oh, and a right winger, just quickly, and a striker. It's frustrating as a Man United supporter because it's like we've had such a shit season, and then every fucking morning you wake up, you were linked to him, we're linked to him, we're linked to him. Oh, someone says that United have made a concrete offer, and it's all just so fucking exhausting because you're just like, we just want to know that we're going in the right direction. We want to know that we're bringing in the players that we need. We want to know that the board are backing the manager. But my advice, guys, would just be, you know what, just take a step back and just enjoy the transfer window. Enjoy your summer. Do you know what I mean? Don't get so hooked up on the transfers because, you know, they know that transfer sells papers because they'll just, you know, let's say the Sun want to make a bit of extra dough, print a story like they did. Marcus Rashford wants 300 grand a week. Marcus Rashford's interested in joining Man City. Man United have made a concrete offer for De Ligt. Cristiano Ronaldo wants Man United to move. As soon as they print anything like that, the money comes rolling in because people are going to be clicking. Because we're Manchester United at the end of the day. So just take a chill pill, man. Just relax. Like, it's easy to get caught up in it. It's easy to get a little bit frustrated by it. But I think we will do the business this summer. Now, whether or not we're going to get in the players that we need, as in top tier players, even second tier players, is a different story. Because we know our board are a bunch of stingy wankers. However, I have faith. I do have faith. I'll leave you there, boys. So the plan is I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 videos a week. And on top of that, I'm going to just sort of give my 2 cents on like sort of things that are happening, whether or not if we sign someone, because apparently obviously we were going to sign Daniel James, and then obviously unfortunately his father passed away, and that's kind of like put a pause on the deal. But I do believe that we've signed him, and we're just sort of like, listen mate, you do what you need to do, because I can't imagine losing your father, the pain that he must be going through. So obviously thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. And apparently we're interested in Sean Longstaff from Newcastle. Not really heard of him, but if you're going to bring in young talent that's going to put a bit of pressure on the players in the first team, I'm all up for it. But is he just, you know, I'd rather use the youth, Jimmy Garner. Do you know what I mean? So it's a difficult one. But yeah, anyways, if you're this far, big appreciation. Like I said, comment 1 to 3, comment down below, and you'll get a prize. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share the video. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Sweet, mate.